Look around you right now. Really look. What do you see? A room, objects, maybe light coming through a window? Here's what you're missing. You're literally standing in heaven. Not a future heaven, not some promised afterlife, but right here, right now. And you can't see it. Your consciousness, that awareness absorbing these words, exists in a state of infinite potential. Yet society has conditioned you to perceive limitation, scarcity, and separation instead. You've been trained to seek paradise through religious devotion, material success, or death itself. Meanwhile, the eternal state of bliss surrounds you, permeates you, is you. The Upanishads illuminate this truth, that which is the finest essence. This whole world has that as its soul. That is reality. That is the self. That you are. Picture a fish swimming frantically through the ocean, desperately searching for water. Seems absurd, right? Yet humanity does exactly this, seeking heaven while existing within it. Your very ability to perceive, think, feel, to be aware, stems from your inherent divine nature. The consciousness experiencing this moment is paradise itself. But instead of recognizing this truth, humans create suffering through misperception. We pollute the environment, wage wars, and spread hatred, all while standing in the Garden of Eden. We wait for salvation while salvation waits for our recognition. We've created hell within heaven through our own blindness. Think about your own life. How many moments have you missed because you were waiting for something better? The birds singing outside your window, the rhythm of your breath, the miracle of existence itself. These aren't separate from heaven. They are heaven expressing itself through the unique form of your experience. The Zen masters understood this perfectly. When asked about the nature of enlightenment, Master Huangpo said, "It is right here, but you do not see it. Your search for paradise blinds you to its omnipresence. Your concepts of what heaven should be prevent you from recognizing heaven as it is. Your brain creates reality based on what you believe is possible. Right now, paradise surrounds you, yet you've trained yourself not to see it. You've accepted a story of separation, a narrative that places heaven somewhere else, sometime else, when it saturates every atom of existence. Notice your daily experience. You wake up breathing without effort. Your heart beats without your conscious control. Stars spin through space while gravity holds you perfectly in place. These aren't mundane occurrences. They're expressions of paradise functioning through you as you. Your senses take in millions of bits of information each second, yet you notice only what aligns with your current beliefs. When you believe paradise exists elsewhere, your mind filters out its presence here. You program yourself to overlook heaven while standing in it. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel the aliveness in your body. Notice the awareness watching your thoughts drift by. That consciousness observing your experience. That's paradise itself. It never changes, never diminishes, never becomes less than perfect. You've simply forgotten to notice it. Reality exists as pure potential until observed by consciousness. Your beliefs collapse infinite possibilities into your experienced reality. When you believe in separation from paradise, you manifest that very separation. You create the walls between yourself and heaven through your own perception. If you're starting to see how this all connects, then give us a like and subscribe. I'll continue to teach you about where the real you actually is right now. Your brain operates as a filtering system, not a creator of consciousness. Science shows your neurons fire in patterns that either reveal or conceal paradise based on your conditioning. When you understand this mechanism, you can start dismantling the filters that hide heaven from your perception. Each neural pathway in your brain strengthens with use. Every time you overlook paradise for a future promise, you reinforce the circuitry of separation. Your brain becomes more efficient at missing what's right here. This isn't a flaw, it's a feature you've programmed through repetition. The brain's default mode network activates whenever you're not focused on a specific task. This network generates the story of me, a separate self-seeking paradise elsewhere. Yet brain scans of long-term meditators show reduced activity in this network. As the story of separation quiets, the reality of paradise becomes obvious. Your nervous system responds to perceived threats by contracting, creating tension in the body and narrowing your perception. This survival mechanism served ancient humans well, but now it perpetuates the illusion of separation from paradise. Your body armors itself against the heaven it exists within. Neuroscience reveals something remarkable about attention. Your brain processes information differently based on what you expect to find. When you expect paradise to be elsewhere, your neural circuits actively filter out evidence of its presence here. You're using the most sophisticated technology in the known universe to hide heaven from yourself. The brain's neuroplasticity means these patterns can change. Each time you notice the perfection of awareness itself, you create new neural pathways. Each moment of recognition strengthens these circuits of realization. You're rewiring your brain to stop overlooking paradise. Your sensory systems process vastly more information than reaches conscious awareness. Of the millions of bits of data available each second, your brain selects only what matches your current beliefs and expectations. This selection process happens before conscious thought. You never even see what you filtered out. The reticular activating system in your brainstem acts as reality's gatekeeper, determining what information reaches consciousness. This system responds to what you believe is important. When you believe paradise must be earned or found elsewhere, your RAS filters out evidence of its presence now. Brain imaging studies show activity in the posterior cingulate cortex decreases during experiences of non-dual awareness, when the sense of separation dissolves. This suggests your brain knows how to recognize paradise. It simply needs retraining to stop creating the illusion of separation. The prefrontal cortex, responsible for planning and future thinking, often overrides your natural capacity to recognize paradise. While planning serves practical purposes, constant future orientation blinds you to heaven's presence now. Your brain's executive function becomes an executive dysfunction when it comes to recognizing reality. Gamma wave synchronization across different brain regions correlates with experiences of unity consciousness. Your brain harmonizes when you stop creating the illusion of separation. The neural symphony plays paradise's song when you stop conducting the orchestra of seeking. The architecture of your brain contains specific circuits dedicated to recognizing reality. These neural networks activate when you stop creating the illusion of separation. Brain imaging studies show increased activity in the posterior cingulate cortex during moments of pure awareness, when the veil between you and paradise temporarily lifts. Your brain's default mode network, active whenever you're not focused on a specific task, generates the persistent illusion of a separate self-seeking paradise. This network burns through massive amounts of energy maintaining this illusion. When activity in this network decreases, the recognition of paradise naturally occurs. The hippocampus, crucial for memory formation, stores every moment you've overlooked paradise. These accumulated memories create a template expecting separation. Your brain references this template automatically, filtering present experience through past oversight. Breaking this pattern requires conscious intervention in this unconscious process. Neurotransmitters play a vital role in this process. Dopamine, the reward chemical, spikes during seeking behavior. Your brain becomes addicted to the search for paradise, preferring the chemical rush of seeking over the recognition of what's already here. This creates a biological barrier to seeing reality. The insula, responsible for interoception, sensing your body's internal state, can either reveal or conceal paradise. When operating from seeking mode, it generates sensations of lack and incompleteness. When allowed to function naturally, it reveals the perfection already present in every cell. Your brain's mirror neuron system, designed for learning through observation, picks up others' blindness to paradise. You unconsciously mirror the seeking behavior of those around you, creating a collective reinforcement of oversight. This neural mimicry perpetuates the illusion across entire societies. Comment below if you're starting to understand how our brains play a huge role in seeking, which constantly leads to dissatisfaction and dysfunction. Intellectual understanding won't transform your experience. You can grasp every concept about paradise, memorize every spiritual teaching, and understand all the neuroscience. But you still miss the actual living reality of heaven right here. Knowledge alone becomes another veil, another way to postpone direct recognition. The mind loves to collect spiritual concepts, to build sophisticated models of enlightenment. It creates beautiful maps of paradise while overlooking the territory beneath its feet. Notice how your mind might be doing this right now, trying to grasp what I'm saying conceptually rather than checking your direct experience. Real recognition happens in the raw immediacy of this moment. When you touch a doorknob, feel the temperature against your skin. When you drink water, taste its subtle qualities. When you walk, feel each step making contact with the ground. Paradise reveals itself in these simple sensations before thought divides experience into subject and object. Your daily life offers countless opportunities for recognition. Washing dishes becomes an opportunity to feel the warmth of the water, the texture of soap bubbles, and the sound of running water. Driving becomes a chance to notice the seamless coordination of perception and action. Even waiting in line at the grocery store becomes an opening to recognize the awareness in which impatience appears. The mind will resist this simplicity. It wants something more spectacular, more special. It seeks dramatic experiences, altered states, and mystical visions. But paradise doesn't need special effects. It's the ordinary magic of being aware, the simple fact of experience happening. Notice how suffering appears when you trade direct experience for mental concepts. Physical pain becomes psychological torment through the story of why me. Relationship challenges become unbearable through narratives of blame. Financial stress intensifies through beliefs about lack. The mind's commentary creates a secondary layer of suffering on top of raw experience. Your body knows paradise directly. Every cell vibrates with the intelligence that orchestrates billions of complex processes without conscious control. Your heart beats, your lungs breathe, your wounds heal, all without consulting your thoughts. This innate wisdom doesn't need concepts to function perfectly. The senses perceive without interpretation. Eyes see colors and forms without naming them. Ears hear sounds without categorizing them. Skin feels sensations without judging them. Before thought divides experience into good and bad, desirable and undesirable, the senses receive reality purely. Even emotions, before being labeled and resisted, are simply energy moving through your body. Anger is sensation and movement. Fear is alertness and activation. Sadness is heaviness and contraction. Without the mind story, emotions flow naturally like weather patterns through the sky of awareness. Paradise isn't a concept to understand, but a reality to live. Each moment offers a fresh opportunity to drop out of mental commentary into direct experience. Each breath invites you to notice the awareness in which all experiences appear. Each sensation calls you back to the simplicity of being. The recognition I'm pointing to isn't something you can achieve through effort. It's what remains when you stop overlooking the obvious, when you cease trying to reach paradise and notice it's already fully present as your own aware nature, when you allow experience to be exactly as it is without mental interference. Your true nature as awareness doesn't need to be cultivated or improved. It's already perfect, already complete. What needs attention is your habit of overlooking it in favor of concepts, beliefs, and mental images. Your tendency to trade direct experience for second-hand knowledge. So right now, in this moment, can you set aside everything you think you know? Can you meet this moment fresh without preconceptions? Can you allow experience to be as it is without trying to change it or understand it? Paradise reveals itself in this simple allowing, this direct recognition of what's already here. The choice is always now, to recognize paradise or continue seeking it, to rest in awareness or chase concepts, to live from direct experience or remain caught in mental abstractions. No one else can make this recognition for you. No teaching can give you what you already are. Only you can notice the heaven that's been here all along, waiting patiently for your recognition.